I wanted to recreate an experience that I had as a kid, which was going to a birthday party and they said all the games are on free play. And as a kid, that just blew my mind.
Pasadena just leveled up. This is Neon Retro Arcade. Let's go backstage and have some fun.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Mia. We're the owners of Neon Retro Arcade in Pasadena. So we decided to open a retro arcade back in 2015. We worked government jobs that were weighing a toll on us. A lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of uncertainty. And we always dreamed about how we could start something together that was something we created our own. And we just thought that that would be fantastic.
This started as a garage arcade and it just was one machine that turned into 3, that turned into maybe 10.
And at that point, I was like, we gotta figure something out here. We don't have enough room. We had all of our garage filled.
We kind of tested the idea. We had an open house at in our backyard. We set up a ton of games and people were playing them the entire time. Everyone from ages 5 to 80 were playing these games for hours. The first game I ever remember seeing and playing was actually Donkey Kong Jr. And I was about 2.5 years old and I didn't know what I was doing exactly, but I did understand that I was moving the character. And to me, that was amazing. It was like you're watching TV, but you're moving a cartoon and controlling what it does.
Okay, so my first memory of, arcade games was really back at this small pizza joint in Highland Park called Luigi's. They basically had like pinball machines, but the very first one I remember playing was Elvira. It was an Elvira pinball, like Elvira and the Party Monsters, I think it was. That was when I really fell in love with the thought of arcade games, and anytime I would find them, I would play them for sure.
If you're enjoying these interviews, please remember to like and subscribe.
I always had great memories of hanging out in Old Town Pasadena. So when we were looking for a fun spot to bring, this unique location to, that's really what came to mind, was this cool area with a lot of restaurants, a lot of opportunities to have fun, but definitely nothing like this. So the way Neon Retro Arcade works, it's an admission-based arcade. So you purchase arcade game time by the hour, or you can do a day pass as well. It's $15 for an hour of game time. Everything's set to free play in here, so no quarters, tokens, or game cards are needed. We also offer a day pass as well. It's $25, but you can come in from open to close, and we're open every day from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m.
So we have somewhere between 40 and 50 games. It does fluctuate as we bring in new ones. We rotate some, and we still have another probably 30 in storage. So we're always trying to kind of keep games rotating so that there's something new for people to play. Because even though there aren't really new games per se, it's always fun to bring in some retro games that people maybe haven't seen in a while.
I think our most popular game here, it obviously varies person to person, but I definitely see a lot of people really excited to play our Street Fighter 2.
One game I think I would never sell is Bert. That game is it's so fun, it's so unique, and I love the amount of character and the uniqueness of the controls and everything. It's such a fun game. I don't think I could ever get rid of that one. And one of the ones that's on our list always, though, is Ice Cold Beer. It's a really fun game. It's kind of expensive. It's always in demand. At some point, we'll be able to get that game and bring it here, but it just hasn't worked out yet. I think these games are pretty sturdy, but they were never really designed to last this long, I think. I mean, some of the games we have here have been operating for 40 plus years. A lot of the games we've been very fortunate have very simple problems like the joysticks go bad or the buttons and things like that. Those are some simple fixes. One thing that people don't always think about is that maintaining these is very hit and miss. It's very spotty. Like sometimes a game will be working perfectly for like 2 years, and then all of a sudden one thing goes wrong with it and it'll just snowball and we'll have a bunch of issues you have to fix up. So it is always a lot of work to keep up with these games. One memory that's burned into my soul is when we were moving a pinball machine into the arcade. We were in the street and I just pushed it a little bit off balance and it fell on its side, smashed the glass. It was such a mess.
Destroyed the game, yeah.
Destroyed it. And we were just heartbroken because we were bringing it in to share with everybody this great new game that we were excited to bring.
So the really cool thing about Neon Retro Arcade is that it's really for everyone. It was really by design to be a place that someone could walk in the doors and we would welcome them. We have, kids, young kids, probably as young as like 3 years old, coming in with their family and playing these games. And then we have, grandparents bringing their grandkids in, and everyone in between. It's great for a date night. It's great for families. It's just a lot of fun for everybody.
We love the reactions when customers come in because for us, it's exciting seeing their face. Everyone has that one game that they gravitate towards and they're like, oh, I have not seen this in decades. And they're super excited that we have that one. So for us, it's so gratifying to be able to share these games with people because of those reactions. And to see a game and to play a game that they maybe brings them back to their childhood, it's like an instant flashback, and that's something we love here.
There's so many challenges opening a small business, especially when you don't have a whole lot of experience in the industry you're trying to enter. I think the biggest one was just finding a location that, would give us a chance. I mean, it took 6 months before we found even one landlord who was willing to hear us out. And once we met with that person and gave them, the whole business plan of what we were thinking, they believed in us and they thought we could actually make it happen. I think most people back in 2015 thought there was absolutely no way a retro arcade could make it in Los Angeles with the rents that we pay for, spaces here, but we did it and we're still here 11 years later.
A lot of people come to us and say, I'd love to open something similar. The trick is always that it is ultimately a business, and there's so much that comes with just owning any business, period. It's not just about the games and keeping those going, but there's so much else that you have to operate in order to open an arcade. So it takes a lot of work, takes a lot of research.
There are definitely lots of moments of joy and fun that we have in owning this business. Otherwise, we wouldn't own it. But I think at the end of the day, there is so much that happens behind the scenes that is, extremely stressful. And that takes a lot of capital and takes a lot of sacrifice.
If I had a magic wand, 2 things I would change. 1, none of the games would ever break. And secondly, we'd have more space.
Yeah, I think just having double the space would be fantastic.
I had a lot of fun, even though I'm not very good. If you're looking for a cool activity, definitely check out Neon Retro Arcade. I love supporting small businesses and sharing their stories. Go show them some love. Their info's in the description below. If I've earned your support, please consider subscribing. Drop a comment if you know a small business with a story worth sharing. In the meantime, check out one of these videos, or this one, to learn a bit more about me. See you in the next one.